So let's talk about Ripple, or XRP as you might have heard it before. And you might know a little bit about Ripple, maybe you know nothing, maybe you're well versed in what the platform is trying to do. But basically Ripple is within the remittance market. So the sending and receiving of payments. And it works with banks, governments, businesses, even individuals. And it's just designed to make the sending of information, which is what digital currencies and cryptocurrencies do, sending information from one point to another. And they're looking to make that easier, more efficient, more cost effective, more secure, and all that good stuff. And Ripple's in a very interesting position. And I'm not going to go over too much about what Ripple is because they have a really good 2-minute video on their website. Just go to www.ripple.com and there's a little button that says watch video. It'll explain it perfectly. But Ripple's in a really interesting position, and I'm going to talk about this because I feel like it relates to the price, and more so is going to relate to the price in the future. Because they are within the remittance market and they are working with banks and governments and things of that nature. And right now, Bitcoin, decentralized assets, different innovation that's coming around, which is really disrupting the financial sector, will make things really interesting for a platform like Ripple, which is looking to facilitate payments and make it easier. Kind of like when, say, PayPal came around and wanted to kind of mesh together, different banks, different currencies, make it easier for people to move money and obviously charge their fee. But within Ripple, and what they're trying to do is kind of do the exact same thing, but make their platform, their cryptocurrency, their token, and the way they're trying to innovate and have really their clients that are big banks around the world, big governments around the world, use them to facilitate payment. But the thing is, what's the payment market going to look like within 2, 3, 5, 10 years from now? I don't really think fiat currencies are going anywhere for the foreseeable future, and I think banks will hold on for as long as they can or try and move with the times. Who knows exactly what will happen. But in terms of Ripple going forward and their development team really understanding where the market is going and being able to shift and move with the times to have their platform try and grab the market share which they can to facilitate payments is going to be really interesting. And looking at Ripple's price, they are obviously doing some pretty amazing things in the space. I just read today about the Bank of England doing a test with the Ripple platform and doing different payments and cross-border payments and things of that nature. So kind of testing it out and seeing how it goes. And there was some really good feedback. So Ripple are doing some good things, and I've been following this for probably just over 9 months now. But looking at the Ripple price, it has steadily grown, which has been nice, and there has been a big traction with market cap and money being injected into Ripple because of the project that it is and the service that it's trying to provide. But with the price right now, if you look back a couple months, you'll see kind of a peak where Ripple went on a tear for a little while. And right now on July 10th, I feel like it's going through a pretty big correction stage, as are most cryptocurrencies right now. As I woke up this morning, I was like, whoa, this is interesting. But that doesn't really concern me in terms of ups and downs and corrections. What more I think about is the things that I'm talking about in terms of the longevity of the coin and what's going on. and the way that I think they can shift with the times and keep providing value and keep growing, keep their user base growing, the adoption and all of that good stuff, which will naturally drive the price up. So I've been holding Ripple for a while. It is in my portfolio. I do have a percentage that I trade with actively, and I do have a percentage that I hold on to for future gains as I do see the growth, because it is one of the top 10 cryptocurrencies that has a large market cap and a really good development team behind it that are trying to push it forward, which is always really important. Looking at the jockey and the horse, but the jockey is sometimes the most important thing to look at, as the development team and the management and people that are pushing it can have a dramatic effect on the price, because innovation and moving forward is important. So I think Ripple is a long game coin and a platform which I feel can move with the times. It's just a case of really keeping up with what they're doing, who's using it, and are they growing. And like I said before, in terms of the remittance market, in terms of banking, in terms of governments, in terms of the exchange of value, I think we're in such an interesting period of time with the blockchain, with decentralized assets, with being able to move value without a third party, because of the power that cryptocurrency and the technology of the blockchain is bringing. Very, very interesting. So I am an advocate of Ripple, but there is some things to think about going forward. But for the foreseeable future, I think it's a very good coin to look at, analyze, potentially hold, and all that good stuff. So I hope that video gave you a little bit of insight into my thoughts about Ripple right now, in the past, and especially going forward. So if you want any more information on different cryptocurrencies, I'm doing this now with different cryptocurrencies in my portfolio: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, now Ripple, and I'll continue to do that as well, trying to break down some of the bigger picture thinking of these cryptocurrencies, of these platforms, and what they're trying to provide. And if you do want some more information, then go to the box below, sign up for my free newsletter. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, as I've got a good amount of content coming. And message me, Facebook, email, Twitter, whatever it is. Say hi if you have a question, hit me up. Always open for a good dialogue. So I'm Matt Sheriff. Thank you for watching this video, and see you on the next one.